Yeah.
Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Bring Jesus in and shame. Declare Jesus to the ends of the earth.
Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 39 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A bicycle trip up the Atlantic coast of America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself bound by addiction. So I'm here under this awning. Last night this happened. So it was really like uncomfortable for about 2 hours, just tent lighting up. I was working on my video and it would get so bright like I would blink, but it was fine. It was just loud and rainy and windy and lightningy and thundery, if those are words. Windy, yeah, definitely windy. So I got up this morning, I looked at the radar, and I had like a break for an hour, and I immediately just kind of hopped on everything, got everything packed up, and then came up here hoping there was a restaurant, and there is, but they're closed for the season. They don't open until Memorial Day. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to sit here for a little while. It looks like I've got another break coming up, and I'm going to try to at least make it over the bridge to the first gas station somewhere where I can get some kind of food. I've got some food, I just don't want to cook it. It would take so much, and I think I can make it during this break. Also, because I've got 47 miles to go today, which isn't bad. I've got a tailwind, but about 15 miles in, I cross into Delaware, state number 17. This is ridiculous. I've never one state at a day at a time. I'm trying to like stay in Delaware for one night because I'm going to make it all the way up to Lewes, L-E-W-E-S, not sure how to pronounce that. Because there's a ferry that will take me to New Jersey, state number 18, in the morning. So yeah, it's like bam, bam, bam. Maryland one night, Delaware one night. New Jersey, I'll be in that for a few nights. And then I'll be in New York City, like, maybe Sunday of this week. You know, with today being whatever day it is. I don't know dates anymore. All I know is day numbers. Day number 39. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of get everything together and then head on over, make these miles. There's a state park called Cape Henlopen State Park in Delaware, and it is that time. It's time to go ahead and charge some things up. I've spent 2 nights out. Once at that rest stop, and then last night here at the state park with no power, so got to make the call on that. However, that solar panel did great yesterday. The Link solar panel, I'm going to try and put a link to it in the description from the video for yesterday and the video for today, because it powered up the battery that I was using enough to charge both of my GoPro batteries and my Garmin last night. If I could do that every day, then I can use my quad lock wireless charger and Sync Plug Plus 5, wherever it is, Plug 5 Plus charger to charge my phone. And then I'm just down to my watch, which my watch will charge from my phone, and my AirPods will charge on my phone wirelessly from the phone. So this may help me become like completely independent, off the grid, where I don't have to pay for campsites often, which would be nice. But it also has to be really sunny. I had a very bright sunny day yesterday, so you know, those results are probably bound to how much sun is actually hitting the solar panel. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I need to get on the road, and I'm sure you guys want to see state number 17 as soon as I can get there. So I'm going to do that for you right now. Well, that was cool. So that van that just stopped when I was back there at the restaurant / restrooms for the state park, the lady was going into the restroom and she was like, "Hey," I said, "Is the restaurant open?" You know, and she was like, "No, unfortunately not." And she said, "Are you hungry?" And I said, I am. I said, "It looks like it's going to rain for a couple hours, so I'm just going to kind of bed down." And she was like, "Well, look, I've got a banana. Go ask my husband. He's in the Eurovan out there. And he'll be glad to give you one." And so I looked at the map, and the clouds were kind of parting to give me a good 30-minute, hour break, if not more than that. And I found like a gas station that has food that's not too far away. So I was just like, well, I'm just going to go for it. So when I went out, I wasn't thinking about the van. And that was them stopping to just make sure that I didn't need anything and tell me where some of the local eats are and stuff. So that was super kind. Very nice. Anyway, I'm still pedaling to get some food, so I think it's coming up rather quickly at this point. I think I can see the sign peeking around the corner from here. So not much farther to go. Anyway, love you guys. See you later. Alright, so I just crossed the bridge. Right back there before I crossed the bridge, I ended up running into two guys that were kind of like, "Hey, I love the buckets." So I was like, well, I gotta go talk to them. Both homeless down here in Ocean City. One's Crazy Dave and the other one is Walt. And it was a crazy conversation, to say the least. Anyway, yeah, so now I'm here in Ocean City. You can see the water tower right here behind me, and it looks pretty kitschy. Like, this looks like a really touristy town, just based on first impression. Anyway, now I'm like 8 miles to Delaware, so I'm just going to keep on moving along. Got to stop and grab some lunch at some point, and yeah, I'm going to check out this fountain that I can see down here, and you'll see more of that right about now. Alright, so I just rolled here to the boardwalk in Ocean City. I actually got here and laid down out there on this beach and just kind of got some sun and enjoyed the afternoon for a little bit. Now I've got to go find some pizza, and then it looks like I can take the boardwalk quite a long way. I might even have a bike path all the way into Delaware. So I don't know, but it's really busy out here, so I'll try to get some slower footage of just riding this boardwalk. And yeah, gotta eat, so let's go do it. right, so when I came through Daytona Beach, it used to be like this. I can remember when I was younger that it was much more like this than it was like it is now, and I just kind of found myself lamenting about the fact that just these huge hotels had taken over, and the little boardwalk part of Daytona Beach was totally different than what I remember. And so now, you know, I'm in Ocean City and I get that whole vibe. Like, this is what I've seen on New Jersey type shore videos. And so it's kind of cool to actually be on an Atlantic coast boardwalk. I was talking to a guy at the gas station, or at the first place that I ate this morning, and he was like, you know, what spots really stood out on the coast? And I was like, man, I don't know, because most of the ride hasn't put me on the coast, and if it has, it's been just flooded with people because I was there during spring break. I said, so maybe Key West, and maybe right here on Assateague Island. Like, those are two really standout moments. Like, I can remember several on Transamerica, but this is mostly from the time that Florida, a lot of Florida, by the time that Florida ended, Georgia was inland, South Carolina, most of it was inland, North Carolina, the Outer Banks were definitely a standout, gorgeous part, because they were untouched. You know, there were sections that were just natural. But as far as the East Coast Greenway is concerned, there's really not much coast that you get until you get, you know, and I left the East Coast Greenway for the Outer Banks, but there's not much like coast that you get until you kind of get up into this area. I'm still not on the East Coast Greenway, and for them to kind of miss out on some of this, to be called a coast greenway, I don't see why they don't stick the coast a little more. Plus, it's much shorter, and nothing other than the ride over the bridge tunnel has stood out as anything worse than South Carolina was. So, like, it's actually all been really pleasant. Maryland has been wonderful. Like, I've got a whole entire lane to myself in the emergency lane. Anyway, just thoughts that I was thinking about here as I was riding this beautiful boardwalk. Actually seeing people and stopping and chatting, and like, it's a good day for me because I like the social part of what I do. The bike riding is secondary. So yeah, that's it. I'll go back to some fast motion because I still got 35 miles left to go to get to Lewes, or Lewes. I'm going to call it Lewes. Lewes, Delaware. I've only got like 8 miles left to get into Delaware, so you'll see that pretty quickly. Anyway, here goes nothing. Love you guys. See you later. There it is, state number 17, Delaware. Man, Maryland was fast. Virginia, Maryland for a day, Delaware for a day, then into New Jersey. So this is cool. This is like the first time on the tour that I felt like I've rode my bicycle a little bit. I know that's probably crazy, but like DC, I think is actually still a little north of where I am. But I kind of like associate DC as being kind of close to home, you know, like it's not far away. But when I think in my mind, Delaware, it's like, you know, northeast United States. And so, yeah, this is the first time on my tour that I felt like, on this tour, that I'm like, wow, this is a long way from home. I need to stop riding my bike so far away. Anyway, yeah, State 17. Thank you guys for your prayers, your support. And we got a state to knock out here, so I got to keep going. Yeah, I've been in the wind all day. I'm not getting my heart rate up. My recovery told me on a Whoop that I needed to like stay below 15.9 today because I didn't get enough sleep last night because of the storm and the over strain that I did on my body yesterday. So I'm taking it easy. If I don't make it all the way, I don't make it, but I'm going to keep pedaling it. And you'll see more of that around Valentine's. Very funny, Delaware. Watch for turtles on the roads. I get it. I get it. All right, well, Delaware is all eat outside. I went to McDonald's, pulled into there. Sorry, you gotta eat outside. I was like, well, I gotta find somewhere else that's got at least a table. They did let me charge my phone here at the Baskin Robbins. So, I'm like wind burnt, sun burnt, all of the burnt. And I looked up different state parks in Delaware up here. And I think I'm going to go to Delaware Seashore State Park. It's only 7 miles from where I'm at. And I've got a big thunder shower moving in. On the radar, it's probably going to get here before I get there. And I'll have to like hide somewhere out of the rain. Because I just don't want to get soaked, you know, before I camp. Either way, I'm going to figure that out. Get there as quick as I can. And then check into the Delaware Seashore State Park. That's 8 miles away. Cape Henlopen's 23 from where I'm at. I've gone 25.7 at this moment, so it'll be a 32-mile day, but I'm exhausted. This Whoop thing is right. It's exactly right. Like, I feel today totally different than I did yesterday, and I'm sure it's because of all the things they said I lacked. I did not get enough sleep, so I didn't recover well. All the things. So I think I'm actually going to be able to like really determine what my body needs better. Anyway, I still have to pedal today, even though I'm this tired. So let me do that, and you'll see more of that right about now. Well, that was cool. That guy's name was George. He pulled up behind me and he was just kind of like, hey. And he took his phone out, turned his music off, and was like, where are you from? You know, where are you going? I said, Key West to Canada. Explained it all, you know, and he was like, well, look. He said, Cape Henlopen is definitely better. than the seashore. So if you can make it, I recommend it. And so I was like, okay. I'm still 18 miles away before I cross this bridge. But he was like, here, you want me to like give you a pull up to the bridge? And I was like, that would be awesome. So he got out front and we talked all the way. Golly, it must have been 2 or 3 good solid miles. Which was really neat. And then he was like, hey, you can take the bike lane over the bridge. He said, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of glass. He said, you might be better off taking this little loop here. So anyway, thanks, George. I appreciate the pull. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on heading. When I get to the other end of this bridge, I'll stop, drink some water, kind of catch my breath, gather my bearings, and then figure out what I'm gonna do. I am just so tired. And it's starting to rain. But I think George's pull helped me miss it. The heavy part anyway. So, maybe it's what I'm supposed to do. I'll figure it out and I'll let y'all know in just a bit. Love you guys. See you later. Alright, well that's it for the day. That's actually it for yesterday. So I got in and I went to wash my clothes and dry my clothes, and the washing machine was broken, so I had to wash my clothes in the sink. Before that I had to take a shower. I also stopped at the Wawa and bought like a salad and a fruit cup. Then I spent time on the phone with my family. I started cutting and editing the video until I guess about 11, did a little bit of social media stuff. And I was too tired. So I just went to sleep, and I woke up at 7 o'clock now, the next morning, tomorrow morning, for you. For me, it's today. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to end the video here. It's been a long one. It was a fun ride. Definitely rough. I felt yesterday, today. But it was good. All in all, it was good. So if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments, or find me through the Popple link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction, and I know you don't either. So let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. This is the REACCT tour, R-E-A-C-C-T, and I need you to react. I need you to like the videos on YouTube, comment on YouTube, share the videos on your social media profiles, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All those things will go a long way in building Redeeming Eden, the garden rehab. And then don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I will leave a link to them in the description. You can go there. You can see my bio on their website and find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund. Or you can go back and watch the day one video from this series. So yeah, good day. I'm here at Cape Henlopen. I did make the push to Cape Henlopen State Park. I've only got like a mile and a half to go to get to the ferry. I think I'm going to take the noon ferry since it's 7 now. The next one's at like 8:30 or something. And then there's one at 12:15. So that's the one I'm going to shoot for. Probably take a nap. The Whoop thing is telling me I'm way behind on my recovery. I'm at 49% recovered. And I feel it. Anyway, yeah, from here at Cape Henlopen State Park in Delaware, Lewes, Delaware, state number 17, New Jersey in the morning, in a few hours. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.